You can't cheat the SAT. It's the most secure test in the world.
It's a scam. Engineered by people with money and sold to other people with money to protect their status. The only way to beat a rigged game is to outmaneuver it.
Welcome back, guys, to another review. Today we'll be checking out Bad Genius. Before you get started, kindly don't forget to smash the subscribe, like and notification bell for more updates and reviews. So Bad Genius is a heist thriller focusing on a group of students who endeavor to steal the S.A.T exam so as to give them that added advantage of gaining admission into their desired universities. So the story is told from the perspective of Lin. Lin is a Chinese-born American who's very smart and intelligent, and she gains admission into this private school called Exton, which her father believes is going to act as a through line to a proper Ivy League university, and he wants the best for her. However, Lin and the dad have ideas on how her future should be, and this creates tension and conflict between them, which will be addressed in the movie. I'm not going to dive deep into that to avoid spoilers. So when Lin joins the school, she befriends a group of students who come from the wealthy class, and what happens is they realize they can take advantage of this situation with her being intelligent and them having the financial means. So they start the cheating enterprise where Lin has created this scheme on how the students can cheat, and in return they pay her for it. It's quite genius actually, and one of the interesting bits of the movie is how some of these cheating schemes are executed, and they're the best parts of the movie. So Lin and her best friend called Grace from the school, as well as her boyfriend Clint, decide to expand these operations when they realize they are not equipped with the capability of acing the S.A.T. So they recruit a number of students into this scheme where Lin has devised this awesome plan on how they can beat the system, actually cheat the system, and procure this S.A.T exam so that they can score the high grades needed for them to access the universities of their dreams. And this part of the movie was the most interesting part because it plays like a heist, and a very intense, anxiety-inducing one, and you'll be at the edge of your seat for most part because the execution, how the director goes about it, thrusts you into that. You feel like you're there with Lin, you're there with the other students, and therefore the exam scenes are packed full of tension. The movie does an awesome job of thrusting you into the shoes of these students during the cheating schemes. The movie also tackles themes about classism, and it's told from the perspective of now Lin and another student called Banks, two intelligent students without the financial means to meet their goals, and the other side of the spectrum we have the rich students who have the financial means but have no ambition or capability, and this leads to a symbiotic relationship between them. It's not really a friendship but more of a relationship of convenience, because then again the system never plays fair. It only favors a small percentage of the population. And one of the characters has an interesting line where he says it's always the ones with the most to lose who suffer the most, given Lin's and Banks' experience. As far as performances go, the movie is riddled with a lot of shallow characterization, and most of the characters end up being one-dimensional, apart from our core cast, which is Lin, Banks, and Lin's dad, played awesomely by Benedict Wong, who has a lot of presence to him. He doesn't have a lot of screen time, but anytime he's on screen, he gives a really heartfelt and endearing performance as Lin's dad. Especially there's one scene where at a fundraiser, and another one when he's taking Lin in for admission to the private school, and these are really emotionally resonant scenes, especially if you've been in this situation in real life. For the rest of the cast, they're not really memorable. However, the movie is also laden with a lot of conveniences for a heist movie, which is expected obviously, because at the end of the day you want this cohort of students to succeed, but then the conveniences get in the way of the realism to an extent, and yeah, it just takes away from the movie. And ending, I found it a bit anticlimactic. I don't know how you're going to find it, but I wasn't really happy with how the movie concluded. But at the end of the day, it's a really enjoyable movie. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, and thank you for joining me for another review. Do check out other videos. Thank you.
Everything's a transaction.
The rich kids get great scores, we get paid.
Everyone wins.